I was addressing exactly what took place in St. Vincent and the Grenadines after the death of Joseph Chatouillet. That was a major blow for the Garifuna culture in St. Vincent, and that was a decline, the beginning of the decline of the Garifuna culture. So they were subsequently exiled from their homeland, and they landed in Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, Nicaragua. And in the song, I explained how they burnt the farmland, how they burnt the villages, the Garifuna villages, and they burnt the farmland. And they subsequently rounded up men, women, and children, put them on baliso, and they also suffered on that island, okay? Because there were no running water, there was no shelter, and our ancestors stood and stayed on that island for 8 long months, and half of them perished, and they were subsequently exiled, and we survived that. So, I've been here from yesterday, okay? I've been here from yesterday. Probably some of you were here also, and some of you have not been here. This is your first time. And you have been a, model audience. You sat down, you were very quiet, and you did not say a word. And I love that, I appreciate that. But now, I want to leave you with something that is very dear to me. The language is dying, the Garifuna language is dying. That's what they say, okay? Because I believe that if we dedicate time to ourselves and to our children, we will be able to keep the Garifuna language going. I mean, you the cure, Trish, we're doing what we can with only me, Trish, and 2 other people making it happen in St. Vincent with no funding. And I'm urging you, like what my sister said, if you find it in your heart and if you know people who can write a grant so that they can help us, you can forward it to Trish so that we can get funding so that we can do what we keep, that is coming from our heart. So I want to share with you what I do in St. Vincent. Are you willing to work with me? Yeah. Okay, good. So all I need is your voice. And your voice can be heard with voting. That's what the politicians say. Luckily, I'm not a politician. But you can be heard by speaking out. You can be heard by Facebooking what you witness here today. You can also be heard by writing. Okay, so with no further ado, I want to just give you a tip of the iceberg of what I do in St. Vincent. And like I said, I need your participation. So I want you to work with me. Listen to me carefully and repeat and pronounce exactly what I'm going to say. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Good. Good. So I want you to say, Barumugunya Sayon. Let me hear you say that. Now I want everybody, everybody. It doesn't matter if you're black and white, like what Michael Jackson said, right? We're going to do it together. Listen to me how I pronounce the words in Garifuna, and you're going to just repeat it to me. Barumugunya Sayon. Let me hear that.
Barumugunya Sayon.
Now I want you to say it like you mean it, because all of you now, I'm going to try to convert you to be Garifuna people right now. So I don't want you to think about nothing else but you're in a Garifuna village. And you will learn how to speak Garifuna before you walk out these doors, and you will be honorary Garifuna people. Okay? Barumugunya Sayon. Let me hear that.
Barumugunya Sayon.
Nati wa.
Nati wa.
Bo hali we you.
Bo hali we you.
And you guys are pronouncing it perfectly. Okay? Bo hali we you. Now listen to this. Listen to this carefully. Iura guaba.
Iura guaba.
Iura guaba.
Iura guaba.
Okay, let's say that again. Listen carefully. Iura guaba.
Iura guaba.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Now listen to this. Barumugunya Sayon. Let me hear that.
Barumugunya Sayon.
Barumugunya Sayon.
Barumugunya punya sayung
Natiwa
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 Bo Haliwayu
Oh Haliwayu
Bo Haliwayu
Oh Haliwayu
Inyuraguaba
Inyuraguaba
Barumuguya sayo Barumuguya sayo Natiwa Natiwa Bo Haliwayu Bo Haliwayu Inyuraguaba Inyuraguaba. Sing it by yourself. Barumuguya sayo Barumuguya sayo Natiwa Natiwa Bo Haliwayu Bo Haliwayu Bo Haliwayu Inyuraguaba Inyuraguaba Inyuraguaba. See, you guys are Garifuna. It's easy to, I don't even have to translate it. You know the melody, right? What am I singing?
Brother John Brother John
I'm gonna leave you with this next song. It's another paranda. Okay, paranda is a Garifuna genre that usually it's a addresses social issues. It can also be political issues, and it can also be religious issues. But basically, it's what's happening in the Garifuna community, and I can transcend it into other cultures where something social happened. It could be a minor or very personal things with brothers and families, you know, not talking and having some kind of problems with each other. It can also be a political issue in the community, and we sing about it. And I also want to say that with the paranda, it's normally with the Garifuna drums, but today I decided that I can do it without drums, you know. Give the guitar some voice also. And this is it was originally it came from Africa, the guitar, but it was first introduced into the Garifuna music discography or genre via the French. Okay, via the Spanish people in Honduras, and we adapted it and included it in the Garifuna music instrument, and the difference is the way how each individual guitarist strum the guitar. Okay, but we call this with the guitar in Garifuna music we call it paranda, and this is a paranda song that I did many years ago, and some people, you know, they would ask me, James, how do you come up with all these songs? And I've been hearing this music for so long, and I didn't even know or realize that you were the one who composed this song. And it goes like this. I am asking 4 questions. Who's going to be my wife when I grow, when it's time for me to marry? Okay? Who's going to be my wife? And then I answered myself in the song, and I said, I want a woman, I'm looking for a woman, a partner, who is going to be just like a very good woman, Garifuna woman. I also want her to be a saint, and I also want her to be like a nun. Okay, and they would question me, you know, individually. Why do you want that? What are you looking for in a woman who wants to be like a nun? And I said, it's not actually a nun that I'm looking for, but what I want is that feeling, that devotion that the nuns, you know, sing out towards God. I want a woman who's gonna adore me, who's going to take me as I am, who's going to appreciate me, who's going to love me with my faults. Is that okay? And then I asked again, what am I going to eat? Because I'm hungry. And I said, I answered myself and I said, there is a coconut, the coconut fruit that you can take and you can grate it so that you can get the milk. And then there's a plantain that you can peel and boil. And then they have different type of fishes in the ocean that you can take, season, and to make a favorite dish, Garifuna dish called Udutu. And then I asked, okay, my stomach is aching, it's hurting me. What are the remedies? So here I answer again, because prior to the invent of the European doctors, we had our own traditional way of taking care of our bodies. You know, medicinal herbs and stuff like that. We can go into the backyard, into our farm, and we can pick certain leaves, put it together, and then we come up with a concoction, right? Is that the proper word? And then we take that in, and then we're cured. The ailment is gone. And then I ask, what am I going to do? What's going to be my means of livelihood? And then, you know, in the Garifuna community, in the Garifuna culture, we are known to be very subsistent. You know, that was what kept us alive in St. Vincent, and it is keeping us alive today. And the reason why I believe, one of the reasons why we're going through some problems now as a Garifuna nation is because we're not going back to fishing, we're not going back to farming. It's the things that our ancestors did, and we need to keep going with it. What we need to do is take the education that we're getting now to further enhance what we did in the past, right? So we can still farm, we can still fish, but we can use modern equipment, and we can use the computer to enhance what we do, right? So that's basically what the song is about, and it goes like this. Kabasanu marima, damena maredo. Kabasanu marima, damena maredo. O abasando abamoha, abahia roto puititosa. Abasando abamoha, abahia roto puititosa. E kabasa neigama la madina, kabasa neigama la madina, anu habaruro lumabuya mura, tukubon falo matumuya hududo, anu habaruro lumabuya mura, tukubon falo matumuya hududo. E kabasa naranima, kahanura geye. Kabasa naranima, kahanura geye. Anu hasoro siluma contribo, ani hasina lula chibunibo. Anu hasoro siluma contribo, ani hasina lula chibunibo. E kabasa suserema, damena weyedo. Kabasa suserema, damena weyedo. Bidi babarana ha, ocha Hawaii. Bidi baarabu, ayaha ereba. Bidi babarana ha, ocha Hawaii. Bidi baarabu, ayaha ereba. Kabasa no money. Kabasanu marima, damena maredo. Kabasanu marima, damena maredo. O abasando abamoha, abahia roto puititosa. Abasando abamoha, abahia roto puititosa. Abasando abamoha. Abasando abamoha, abahia roto puititosa. Ikabubambi na Hanuma, ikapo babi na Hanuma hingaro.